Hivers, welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Florida, serving customers all over the United States. Today, we're going to be working with the October 2020 paper pumpkin. It's called Joy to the World. Let me give you a preview of what this kit is intended to make. These cards here, 2 designs for each of each design, which is 8 cards with lined envelopes. Okay, today we're going to be making a 3D project. I am going to be using one of the card bases, and let me get my trimmer because we need to cut this down. So I have the card base here. It looks like this, and we're going to trim this down to make this 8 inches. Now this is 8 1/4 by, I think, 5 7/8, and we really need 8 by 6, but the card base is not 6 inches, and I can't do anything about that. So we're gonna trim this down to 8. So we need to take off 1/4 and just make sure it's 8. And I want to trim off on this side, on the non-pattern side. Okay, take that off. Get rid of this. And so now we're going to get our Simply scoreboard, and what we're going to do is put it in on the 5 7/8 side. And I can't remember where I got these instructions from. Oh my goodness. I'll put it in the description because I'll look it up, but I can't remember the person's name where I got it from. But the instructions say to go in to score at 1 inch from both sides, but since this paper is not exactly 6 inches, we can't do that. And I just remembered I need 1/16 of an inch, and that's only on my trimmer, not my scoreboard. So we're going to do, instead of at 1 inch, we're going to do 1 inch and then just move back 1 little tick mark, and that'll take off 1/16 of an inch for the scoring. And then we're going to flip it and do the same thing. Okay, and then on the long side, we're going to take 1/16 of an inch off of each end. So let me see, I want to start it this way in my trimmer. So it says to score it at 2 1/2. So we'll go to 2 1/2 and move back 1 tick mark, take off 1/16 of an inch, and then do the same thing at 3 1/2, 6, and 6 1/2. So let's open up our trimmer blade, and this is 6 1/2 right here. So we're going to go to the tick mark right before that. Okay, and that's all we need the trimmer for. I'm going to just fold on our score line so we ignore the score line that came in the card. And I will burnish those down better in a moment. But for now, I just needed to see the score lines. Okay, so we're gonna cut up these score lines where we made this 1 inch right here, and do the same on the opposite side. Okay, then on this end, we're gonna cut up right here, and we're gonna take this entire, right here, this score line off. Let me turn it over so I can see. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Okay. I'm thinking, let me see. Yes, I need to cut these flaps off as well. Is that right? Let me see. No, I don't need to cut them off. I need to angle them. That's what I need to do. Ooh, I almost cut it off. That would have been a major mistake. So I just need to angle them just a little bit. Okay, and then we are going to notch these squares here, these little tabs. And just notch it in just a little bit. Okay. Then we're going to take our detailed trio punch. And we're going to put this decorative in. We're going to punch the little decorative, if I can get this in here right. Okay, and then we're going to do the corner rounder on each end as well. Oh no, before I round the corners, I have a piece of the cherry cobbler here, which is 4 by 1 inch. I'm just going to round this corner because I should have waited to round the corners until I put this on. Okay, so we're just going to glue that on. And I'm going to just put some glue there and some glue at the bottom of that part. And before I glue this on, oh my goodness, I need to get, I'm forgetting my magnetic closure. These are just some tiny magnets I bought off of Amazon. So I need a glue dot. It probably would stay with the liquid glue, but just in case. Whoops. Oh, the glue dot is sticking to my fingernail. Let's try that again. We're gonna glue that on. Take off the backing. And we're just gonna put this right in the middle. Right about right there, okay? And now we'll cover this up. And the reason I put this here, 1 is to cover our magnet, and 2, so that you can see the cherry cobbler through the little decorative edge. And so now let's round this corner. Hopefully the magnet doesn't interfere with this. There we go. Now we're gonna put this together. I like to hide my tabs. Instead of putting them on the inside, I like to hide them between the two. This is the front of our box, so we're gonna put adhesive here. And these are gonna go on the outside of this, just like that. And I wedged in the wrong pieces. Oh my goodness, I was supposed to do these. So let's do it now. Goodness gracious. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if I did it enough. Oh, it'll do. My goodness. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit more off of these flaps here. Okay. I'm going to put our adhesive on the flaps and on this bit. I am making a mess of this. Learn from my mistakes. just gonna hold that down for a second there. There we go. Then I have a piece of cherry cobbler. This one measures 5 1/4 by 1/4 inch. And I'm going to score it at 1/4 inch on each end here. So let me just get my trimmer and do that. A 1/4 inch. This is going to make our handle for our purse. So we want to fold that backwards. Then we're going to take our bone folder and curl to make our handle. I'm going to add some adhesive to these little tabs here. I probably could have did a little more than 1/4 inch, but I usually like to mark it wherever, however wide it is. And I'm going to put these right up to the edge of the paper between these two score lines here. And just stretch this one out all the way to the end. And we're going to just put it in the middle, but all the way to the edge. That's not quite the middle. Okay. Then, let me see, I need another. Okay, so what we're gonna do to make this, because these sides are 1 inch and the little flap on here is a 1/2 inch, we're gonna pinch the sides in. Just pinch them in a little bit. It doesn't have to go all the way down. Just pinch it and then it'll close just like that. Okay? So what I want to do is put a glue dot. See, I put this magnet on here, so I don't want the glue dot on that side. I want it on the opposite side. So let me get that ready. Let's see if I can. I want to put the glue dot on that side. Of the magnet. And what I'm going to try to do is just sit that in there, and hopefully, let me see, yeah, did you hear that? I put it in there and then I tapped it and it jumped up to connect. So now I can just press it down, and that's how our box is going to stay closed, our bag. Then I have a element here from the kit as well, this beautiful flower, and I'm just going to pop this, glue this on right here, and that'll be our decoration for the front of our bag. And you want to put the glue just on the top because you've seen it hangs over a bit. And there we have it, our cute little bag. And let me show you again, putting my lids in the wrong thing. Okay, this is what our project is for today. Let me show you, we made this one. It's a little no glue box that holds a couple of Ghirardelli chocolate squares. We have this card here. I made this one and this one. They're kind of the same, but they just go in different directions. We made this card. I love this card. I also made this one here. I added a couple of gems on there in the inside. And I made this one. And this, the To You, is from the stamp set that came in the kit that says To You and Yours, and I just masked off the and yours part. And the width came from image in the stamp set. This wishing you a very happy Christmas filled with fun and laughter. So I just took the with and inked that up with a Stampin' Right marker and stamped it on a circle and cut it in half to here it there. And I used the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder in the background on this one. And this one has the brick background on it. And oh, on this wreath, I did not stamp the Just Jade layer like it tells you to do in a kit because I wanted the gold, well, the brass and the browns to stand out more. So I didn't want to stamp a darker color there. Okay, well, that's it, you guys. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I want to thank you for buzzing by the Hive today. Until next time, buzz you later. Bye.